Oh, we're on the road, we're on the road. Let's flick you around. Here we go, look. Another day, another dollar, or not a dollar. We're going to try and spend some dollars with the old man. Look, here he is.
Move to the left in 1 mile.
There's the sat nav. Another step in the right direction, hopefully, and we're off down to Somerset to go and have a look at this new coffee van. Now, this one's a Peugeot J7. By all accounts, it looks quite nice, so hopefully it is, and we'll be bringing it back with us today. So let's crack on the road. Only another 170 miles to go, so oh blimey, it's going to be a long day. So I've took a bit of a punt on this one. It's on eBay. It's 7,500 at reserve. It's actually wanting £12,500. So if it's all good and it's in the right condition, then that's going to be a good buy. And I've took a bit of a gamble on it by saying I'll give you a £500 deposit because there are other people coming to have a look at it. So yeah, hopefully it's all going to be good, and my little hunch and a £500 deposit is going to pay off. So let's head his way down to, say, Somerset. Good old trek down a few country lanes and bits and pieces, and yeah, hopefully it's all going to pay off and it's going to be a nice wagon. It's a lovely part of the world, this, though. Absolutely delightful little village, not far from Glastonbury. And by all accounts, this van has actually been to Glastonbury. Yeah, so up here, yeah. Yeah, there it is, look. There it is. Oh, yeah. So first impressions are really good because the place was nice, the house was nice, you know, so you kind of think the people have looked after it and everything. Tucked away at the back here. Now the first thing that I noticed was that the van, it hadn't been undercover, it had been out in the open right the way through a winter, and we just had a shed load of rain. And there she is, look. So first impressions are great. It's sat there, it looks really, really nice.
Spare wheel on it.
I've also got to try and get out of the car, and I'm absolutely seized up solid, so it's going to take a crane to get me out of the car, I reckon. Oh, you're alright? Yeah, good, thanks. Hello, mate. Hello. What's that? Yes, I mate, yeah. How are you, alright?
Yeah, cold. Hello, bud.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
So there it is. And you've got one already, have you?
We have. Yeah. Well, it's the J9.
Oh,
so
right.
This is the 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Whoa. Now, it wasn't long before elation turned to a bit of disappointment. Straight away, I'm looking at round the trims, around the edges. The guttering up there is rotted, which was a real... To replace that and sort that out, you've got to take the roof off. So that's a massive job just to start with. These side panels have had some really bad repairs done on them, and there's a lot of corrosion coming through. Round the back here, I mean, I did see on the photos that the back doors needed a bit of work, but these... yeah, like you see, they can see on the bottom, they do need finishing, and yeah, quite a bit of work doing to them. The top door there is corroded as well. The big issues though are down the bottom. We've got this at the back here, and all you got to do was touch them and they went straight through. They really were perforated. Again, on this side as well, the side panel there. You keep going round and there's a lot of corrosion. On the engine itself, it sounded okay, but we've got quite a few oil leaks on it, and the manifold had got a big crack straight down the middle of it. See in the middle there, it's actually in two pieces. So that needed a new manifold on it as well. But the engine's supposedly been rebuilt, which was a bit of a worry, seeing something like that. This guttering is a real problem. That's a real big job, massive job. Like I say, you've got to separate the roof from the body of the van because it's got a fiberglass top on it. This door on the side here wouldn't slide at all. It had seized in completely, and again it cracked around the handle. So that was again another problem. That door, you couldn't do anything with it. It would need yeah, taking off, and it was all corroded on the bottom and on the runners. I didn't go expecting the van to be perfect. I knew there was going to be issues with it, but I don't want to do a full rebuild, and for £12,500 I kind of was hoping that the van would be partially well, the actual bodywork, something to work with. That there, we touched a piece of that and the finger went straight through it, so that whole back section was going to need to be chopped out and replaced. Yeah, a lot of work needed. The main problem we've got is inside the van here, the water has been coming in, and thankfully it had rained, and we could see that is sodden in there. It's absolutely soaking right the way through to the floor. The floor was rotten. All the wood panelling underneath was completely rotted through. And if you look at this image here, you can see through the gap there that the floor's made of chipboard. So it's got a chipboard layer over the metal floor, and the whole lot was rotten. Water had been coming down on the right hand side from the a window area, and it had gone down the back of the panelling, which was insulated, right down the back of that panelling, and rotted the whole lot. So it'd all have to come out. Again, the back doors would need a lot of rebuild on them, which is, you know, not a problem. I could do I won't bother about doors and stuff. That's not an issue. I'll soon sort it out. This was another big issue on this side. You can see that there. Again, you touch it, your fingers go straight through. It's completely rotted, and it's rotted from the inside out. Real shame. All the way along the bottom, every single sill on it had completely gone. So it would need a full rebuild, and I haven't got the time to do a massive job.
No, okay, all right, okay.
It's on the inside here. This was the interior. The door cards were completely shot, very mouldy. The seats were they were out of something else. They were ripped and that. So that, I mean, they needed chucking.
Oh, utter disappointment. Turned out to be an absolute nail, but you live and learn. You try. You know, you go and have a look and see what you think is going to be good. But it turned out to be a bad egg. It got all that rot round the bottom. It got the seam around the roof. The gutters were rotted through. Water had been coming in through the back window and had rotted all behind the panels. It absolutely stunk of damp in there. Everything was wet. So we're talking a complete rip out. All the interior panels. There was rot all around the back of the wheel arch. That would have all had to come out. The front end, which was a bit of a shame because they haven't put any photos of the front sort of close-ups inside. What you could see from the one that I looked at, it looked okay, but when you got inside the cab, the passenger side door panel was all damp and had caved and bent and gone crispy and mould covered. All the linings were just a mess. Yeah, it was a real state. Underneath there was some rot and rust. But we did negotiate, you know, we did some negotiations, and we had a nice conversation, which turned out the original asking price was £12,500 for the van, and they would have let me have it and walk away with, was it £5,500 they were offering me at the end, and I still walked away. That's how bad it was. I didn't even want it for £5,500. Oh my goodness me. So yeah, it's one of those, you know, we've done a 340-mile round trip. I've lost my deposit, which they are going to give me a bit back. You know, I did make the offer of the deposit, so they took it off of eBay so I could go and pick it up, but it wasn't quite what was in the description, and a lot of the stuff that was on it wasn't mentioned. But then the guy, you know, he did say that he didn't know a great deal about cars and blah blah blah, but you know, you can see when something's got holes in it and they're not telling you. So yeah, it's one of those. It's been a nice day out though, haven't we? We've enjoyed ourselves, haven't we? Yeah. Just because Dad's driving and it's all his fuel, so I'm well happy. I'll have to give him a few quid, I reckon. He's even bought sandwiches, ain't you? Yeah. Hey, we've had Costa coffee, we've had Costa sandwiches. It's been a nice little trip out. We've enjoyed ourselves, haven't we? We've had a bit of lad and dad bonding, so we've been all right.
We've had a good day.
We've had a good day. But yeah, let's make our way back up to Leicester, vanless. Oh, what a shame! It would have been a nice addition to the first coffee van to have a second one as a backup. But never mind. We'll keep looking, and I'm sure we'll find something eventually. If you've enjoyed this one, thanks for watching, and well, we'll catch you again on another video. So have a good afternoon.
I did notice on one of the Facebook forums that they did actually sell it, and the van made its way over to Ireland, and I really do hope that you get on well with it and you've got plenty of time on your hands to sort it all out, because it will be nice when it's all done. But yeah, enjoy the van.